Hey, what's up? Hey, this is DJ Papa from TecZound. Today, I just would like to talk a little about the Sony Ericsson xperia x10. It's a pretty slick phone. I had a few iPhones, and so I said, let me try something new. So let me just get into some brief things. I know there are some people who want to know certain things about this phone, but they don't want to go into the whole full detail. I'm pretty sure you saw a lot of videos about this. So I will just get into some quick things what I like about this phone over the iPhone 3GS. You know, First of all, the camera. It's an 8.1 megapixel camera, and I think the camera is pretty solid. But I think one of the downside about the phone, I think the phone is a little bit slow. And that's how that picture came up. You know, I think the phone is a little bit slow in terms of when you touch the apps and how you want the phone to respond. It seems to think about it for a second, and then it does, you know, then it does a thing. Another thing I like about it is the ringtones. It has a store that you don't have to register to get apps. That's a big plus. So if you're worried about where you're gonna get apps from, there's an Android store that comes on the phone, and you just go right in there and just download. I haven't seen anything what you paid for so far, but and as far a downside about it is I was very disappointed is the audio. The whole audio system above this just sucks. I have Spotify, and let's play a track. You know, this is the loudest. It's up to the highest, and to me that's very disappointing. If those of you all don't know what is Spotify, you could go and check it out. It's mostly found in Europe. It's a way to play music and stuff like that. Get music for free. But you don't download it. You just play. Um, let's move along. Like I said, audio sucks. As far as people calling you and stuff like that. As far as the when you get a phone call and the phone ring, I feel it doesn't ring loud enough. It doesn't vibrate hard enough, and the whole audio sucks. If you still was to think about buying this phone, the first thing you want to do is throw away those headphones. On Friday, I'm going to buy. No, on Thursday, I'm going to buy some headphones because the headphones for this sucks. The whole audio package for this phone sucks, Sony Ericsson. It really, really sucks for such a new phone. It sucks. All right, the male part versus an iPhone are pretty much almost the same. I think the iPhone is set up a little bit more better. The iPhone responds much faster. It gets on the iPhone. I feel the mail server gets mail more quicker than on this. This it might take a minute or maybe 2 minutes before the mail has reached to the server. So that's another thing. As far as all the applications, they're pretty much almost the same as the iPhone. But I feel the iPhone applications are more intelligent. There are a few applications on this what I feel iPhone should have. Maybe you might can find on a jailbroken iPhone or using Cydia or whatnot. Like for instance, this phone came with if someone called me and their number are listed on the internet and on the phone book right away, it will say this person called me from so and so. If this person uses a phone that has internet or whatever and they call me, their location and all of that will be picked up and said, so and so is calling you and they are at this location. That's a very cool feature, that I haven't seen on iPhone. So that's really good to know that who's calling you and you have their address and everything if their phone number is listed. The camera is very smart. I have to say there's a lot of settings. Once you get used to the settings on the camera, there are a lot of features, a lot of different ways of setting it up, and you know, and so the camera quality is pretty good. It's 8.1 megapixel. It don't feel like 8.1 megapixel. It feel more like 6.5, but the overall quality of the picture is very sharp. I have to say, it comes out much better than how you would view something. So it gives something an even better view than how you looking at it. It will make you want to take pictures of stuff you wasn't even interested in, you know. Sorry for my camera settings, but somehow it's a little dark. But if I put my hand over it a little bit, you know. So yeah, and let's get to something kind of good and bad. I compared the maps. It came with two maps. This is the maps. I'm trying to get the map to load up. I don't think I have it on running the phone as fast as it should run. Another thing the phone does, the phone automatically goes into 3G mode. You know, the maps is pretty good. The maps is pretty clear. Out of on a scale of 1 to 10, I give the maps for this. I give it I give it a 7 on the iPhone. On the iPhone, I pretty much give it a 7 as well. But I think this map has a more clearer view, and also you can get street view. You can see exactly where you are. A whole street view, like how you would see on Google Maps, is pretty clear. But the downside of the maps is the GPS. When you're trying to track something and this little arrow is supposed to be guiding you to where you're going, I think it sucks. It takes too long to respond. It might be my phone company is not sending information quick enough to my phone, internet speed or whatever. But I feel in the iPhone 3GS, I found more places more easier. With this, I have to pay more attention to the street sign, looking at the map, and pay more attention to the street sign where I'm at. With the iPhone 3GS, I just tap in my location and tap where I want to go and just keep following the little dot on which way I should go. So that was no problem, you know. So now here is one of the weakest thing about this phone is you're probably wondering why I have this here. Well, I'm probably going to give you the worstest thing you need to know about this phone. It drains battery very, very quickly. To me, almost twice as fast as an iPhone 3G. It really, really drains battery a lot. I found myself charging this phone 2 to 3 times a day easily, and I don't do as much surfing on this as I did with my iPhone 3GS, but yet it still kills battery. Trust me, if you're thinking about buying this phone, go and read the whole battery manual, how long it lasts. I think I was comparing it with the iPhone 3GS, and I think it's like half of what the iPhone 3GS can do. But like I say, it's a pretty slick phone. You know, it feels good. It looks better than iPhone, you know, and all of that, right? It's pretty solid. Some things about it are much better than the iPhone 3GS and so forth. But you know, like I say, the biggest weakness to this is the battery life. You know, let's say on average, if you use your phone normal, on average, you might be charging this phone every 5 to 6 hours. Think about that, every 5 to 6 hours. So I leave this phone on charge, go to school, come back 2 o'clock. I have to put it back on charge again. And I've been in school from 8 o'clock until 12 o'clock, but I still have to put it on charge for whatever reason. I don't know. You know, it have a lot of cool features. I had to cut off all of those cool features because I'm trying to preserve battery. I've never went a day without letting this phone go one whole day without charging it. Never. So if you're thinking about buying this phone, really think carefully. This is DJ Lil Pepper from TecZound.